out a couple of the kinks. Let's see. Let me get my iPad going again. I'm pushing myself doing 2 of these, excuse me, in one day when I'm sick. But I sound worse than I actually am, I promise. Where is my live? There it is. View. So I can talk to my friends. Oh my goodness. Now my iPad doesn't want to bring it up. Hello. Okay. Come on, iPad. Live. My goodness, it's not showing up on my screen. Oh, I know what's happening. It's trying to play it on the TV, and I already have YouTube playing on the TV. I don't want this to play next on the TV, just play it on my iPad. Oh no. It worked before. Maybe I'll turn off the TV. We just won't have music in the background. Okay. I have YouTube playing on 3 different devices right now because it's on my phone I'm recording on my iPad, and then I was listening on my TV to music. I don't want premium. Good grief. Play now. Hang on, I might just have to reboot. Is anybody on? Okay, good. No one's on yet. No one's having to watch me struggle unless you're watching the replay. Woohoo! That worked. Okay. Everyone, I figured out what I'm doing. Okay. So I was struggling looking for a focal point for this, completely forgetting that I have punches and die cuts that I can make my own focal point with. So what I ended up doing was using my nested dies and cutting a couple circles and then a punch to cut a heart. So I just need to ink everything and put it together and add some brads, and then this one is done. And then I have a couple paper pads next to me. I think I'm gonna switch gears and switch paper pads, because after having lost my focal points for this one, I don't wanna struggle again. So I got 4 cards, I'll see in a minute, out of that paper pad. And I think these other paper pads I'm gonna make the rest of the cards with are still gonna kind of go with the look. So that's the plan. I once again told none of you that I was going live, so sorry. Bell myself right now, which is fine. If I'm by myself this whole thing, that's cool. It'll still help me get this stuff made. There we go. I did attempt to use the B side of this paper, but I just wasn't feeling it. I wanted to stick to the 2 papers I was already using. So once I remembered that stamps or punches existed, I was like, oh, I can just keep using the papers I'm already using and just do fun shapes. And I thought about putting a doily on this one, but I think the stark white of the doily, even if I distressed it, would just be too much. I don't know. I can throw it on here in a second and just see what it would look like, but I don't know. I kind of liked how it looked without, so we'll see, but I'll try it out just for peace of mind, so we can all see what it looked like. Okay. I was watching Catching Fire when I had dinner just now. So I stopped it as soon as they actually got into the arena. But I wanted to come back up here because while I'm in the mood to do lives, I'm gonna do this. There we go. So cute. I love on these nested dies how it like embosses subtly along the edge of the circle. Can you guys even see that? It's such a pretty detail that makes it look so finished. Okay. Inking, inking, inking. I initially thought I was just gonna finish this card and then pop in my next live and show you and then start on the next card, and then I was like, wait, like this is the actual only interesting part of that last card. I don't want to do it off camera. So okay, so this is what we're looking like, which I think is just a simple card. I could though, this is what I was talking about potentially doing, is see this doily just looks so white. Having a doily on here somehow. I think the doily would need to be just like a smidge smaller though, because I like the idea of it, but it's just not working. If it was smaller, it could work, but it's like proportionately not doing it. Do I have any smaller doilies? I don't think I do. I do somewhere, but I don't know if they're in a better color or not, so I don't know if it's even worth looking for them, to be honest. That's a giant doily. Don't need that. Yeah. So I think it's this doily or nothing, because I don't want to go fishing for my smaller ones. I just think this isn't the vibe. I think it adds a really pretty detail and I wish I could use it, but you guys are gonna yell at me watching this later, like you should have used it. I don't want to run this off the edge like that. Like it's perfect if it was gonna be centered on something like this, but this card is too small for that. Unless I cut this and had it off the edge. I don't know if I like that. I do like that, but I don't want to cut the heart. That is cute though, y'all. Crap. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it. That's actually cute. I need to stick this doily down so it doesn't shift from where I want it, because I want it literally just there. And then I'm gonna ink it to hopefully make it blend in more. And then hopefully it'll go. Oh, crap, I just moved it. There we go, okay. We're gonna make it work, hopefully. Maybe the ink will just be what it needs. Right. I'm glad, okay, yes. I fixed some bugs from the first live because for some reason it had the image mirrored so that all the words and everything and the cards looked backwards. And then also while I was uploading and I was listening to the last one, I wanted to mention my mom will not see this unless I post it on Facebook. She does not use YouTube. So even though I talk to my mom in these videos, videos because she watches them when I post them on YouTube. You guys don't have to worry about these Christmas presents for her being spoiled because she won't see them. Wanted to mention that too. And also when I was talking about the health stuff, I said Hashimoto's twice. So I meant to say, I knew I had hypothyroid and I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. Just a couple things I noticed I misspoke on because my brain is not functioning right now. If you missed the live earlier today, I'm pretty sure I have COVID right now and the brain fog is really intense. So my brain is not fully functional, but I'm loopy enough where this seemed like a fun idea to me. So that's what's happening. Do I need to distress more? I think it's actually like that works somehow. That's working for me. I'm glad we tried the doily. This is why I try things, because sometimes I surprise myself. Okay. I just want to make sure this double stick tape isn't going to show from the outside. But I think my heart will cover all of it. This is also, why is this not centered on my mat? I haven't figured out the proper filming since I have my new desk. So nothing centered. Okay. Maybe that will be better. We'll see. Okay, so I like it. We're running with it. There we go. So after this, I'm going to show the cards one more time for anyone who hasn't seen the first live and or you want to see them the right way around now that my camera is not like flipping the image for some reason. I'm also using my back camera instead of the front camera, so hopefully quality is better. I usually like the front facing camera because I can look up and see what I'm doing. But in the lives, when I have it pulled up on my iPad, I literally can see it. So I really don't need it filmed that way. So hopefully this live will be better. I'm just going to cut off the excess, and if I mess it up, I'm just gonna have to repunch all the things, but I think I'm gonna like this. Yeah, I actually like it, and I'm sorry if you're yelling at me because you liked it before, but card's not for you anyways, I guess, so. Little ink to finish it off, and I think we're almost done with this one. Exciting. Oh, I need to find my brads. I remembered in the nick of time. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind reminding me to drink water every once in a while, because I'm being really bad about it when I scrapbook. Okay. I'm thinking now that we added the doilies, I should just use the white brads, because I was thinking about finding yellow ones or using green ones, but now that we have the doily in the picture, I actually think the white ones will look the best. I need 3. That's how I roll. Design rule of 3. Okay. I want 2 in one area and 1 in the other, because this is kind of the vibe I've been doing. 2 in 1, 2 in 1, 2 in 1, 2 in 1. You know, you get it. So I'm going to keep rolling with that. I think I'm going to do 1 here, 1 here, and 1 down here. There we go. Get my brads in, and then glue this to the card, and then we get to do the card share. And you guys get to help me figure out which of these paper pads next to me we're gonna do the next card in, because I think I'm done with this one. It served me well. I got a good amount of cards done with it, and now I am losing steam with these designs, so. Okay. And I wouldn't be putting you through the double-sided tape annoyance, except for my roll-on tape is not super strong, and since these are cards that my mom will be sending to other people, I want to use like good glue tape. So that means my double-sided tape. If it's just gonna sit in my scrapbook album, I wouldn't mind using the roll-on ones, but when I make things for other people, I want them to be sturdier than for myself, so. There we go. Ta-da! Turned out all right. So that's this one, which I think could be a card for kind of anything. And then if you missed the first live, I got this one. I thought she could use this for like an anniversary or something. So happy together. These I made all from scrap pieces of pocket cards, and then the thesaurus paper, obviously. Spread your wings and fly. I thought this one would be really good for graduation, or if someone started a new job, or they're moving out of state to start, you know, something. I don't know. I thought this one also could be used for different things. This one I thought would be really good for a sympathy card, but is also good for anything. But I thought it was a nice calming, you know, gentle card. That was the first one I made, and then I made this one. And this is the last one I made with the first paper pad. So a thank you card, obviously. And then out of 6x6 scraps paper pads, I did this Valentine's Day card. And then from another 6x6 paper pad, I did this little baby one, which is still my favorite. I think it's so cute. I love those little safety pins. And even though there's a lot of blue and it looks boyish, I'm hoping there's enough yellow so that even if it's a girl, and there's like flowers that are pink, I'm hoping it could go for any baby. That's what we have so far though. So cute little set coming along. So how many do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm wanting at least 10 for my card, for my mom, as a set for Christmas. So 3 more to go. Close that until I'm ready for it. So I was thinking I could do this autumn chill would be really cute. I think it would look cute with the craft. And we have these cutie little moths I could fussy cut as focal points. And there are some cut aparts. I don't know how relevant they will be on a card though. I mean, this one says always so fun. Give thanks always. I don't know how good it is for a card though. Like that's a good, this is really cute for fall Thanksgiving themed scrapbook pages, but not so much cards. There is this really cute Just Fly that I could then also use these moths as like another kind of graduation type card. I don't know if I want to give her 2 graduation type cards in one set though, even though I think you could use them in other contexts. I really want her to have more cards that are versatile that she could use for whatever. But that's an option and that's really cute, and maybe I will just do 2. So that's an idea. There's not a ton left in this book, so maybe that could be 1 card. And then I also have Harvest Meadows. I love the fall paper pads, just cozy products. So I have a lot of fall stuff. So I don't know if this again is going to be better for Thanksgiving and not a card. Yeah, because neither, here's a thank you. I could do another thank you card. I mean, there's all these thank you tags in here. So I could do another thank you card, but again, it's going to be something themed. I also have journaling spots if I want to put that on the inside of the card. So maybe I will just do another thank you card and another graduation card. I think there's context in which she could give them out in other ways. And then I also have this Honey and Spice collection. I don't know if there's many cut-aparts in here, though, that are usable. Just have fun, love. There's this cute little, like, good vibes. That could be kind of a whatever miscellaneous card. But again, like, if you had a card that said good vibes, in what context would you send it? Is that a card that you would that you could use? I do have a coordinating sticker book. So maybe there is a sentiment in here. You're every nice word I can think of. Make your dreams happen. Yeah, I don't know card-wise. I don't know card-wise how relevant these sentiments are. I could use them really easily on a scrapbook page. We could do a cute little good vibes one, and she'll just have a wild card that she'll have to figure out how to use. There is a love, but she already has like two love related cards, so I do like the paper in here though, and I think all three of these paper pads will look really good with the craft paper. And honestly, I don't have to have a sentiment if none of them go. I can do what I did on the last one and use punches and stuff. So maybe that's what we'll go with. I'm going to start, I'm just gonna do, I think, what we just figured out. I have 3 cards left. Those 3 are different, so we might just do that. So if we do that, we have kind of a teal and pink color scheme. If I'm using the moths, I kind of want a chill pattern. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. And then I want another bluish one. I need like a big piece of this paper would be perfect, or even this floral, although that floral might be too busy in a bigger piece. It might be. I need like a big chunk of this one or this one, and I find a different pink. Let me just see what I have. Okay. So we have yellow. I have this stripe, but I don't really, I'm not vibing with it. Maybe if I only used it as a matte. No, because I think the thing that happened with the doily is going to happen, where I don't want to use white with the craft and the cream. It might be okay though. Everything's going to be inked brown. I don't have a lot of options. That's pretty. That's pretty. But again, that's a really busy pattern. I could use it. Okay. I don't really have another option, so beggars can't be choosers, and I think it'll work. I think I'm making problems where there aren't any. Gosh, that paper was like single-handedly holding this book together, I think. I have yellows as backup if I need to bring them in, but I really want to stick to this color scheme. Okay, let me go ahead and cut out the sentiment. There we go. And there we go. And the back of this is just still light. I need more rich blues. I'm gonna pull some scraps out just in case I want them for something. These are the colors I wanted, but of course they're my favorite, so I already used them. Okay. I'm not gonna use any, oh, no, backside of that. Okay. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, I need to stop. These aside, just in case, and I need to go ahead and start inking this stuff. I know I'm going to ink, so let me just back up and do my prep. Again, I'm using craft cardstock for all the bases and the envelopes, so hopefully, even though I'm using different collections and making different sentiments and stuff, between using the craft paper and inking and using the book paper on all of these, I'm still hoping they'll still kind of read as a set. My mom won't care regardless. She'll just be happy to get handmade cards to send out. But I kind of care because I want them to coordinate and look really cute together when she opens them. So I'm not trying to put too much unnecessary pressure on myself, but I think my plan to kind of keep them along the same vein is enough. So I just bought these blanks. I can't remember if I got 50 or 100 just from Amazon, because when I try to make the bases myself, they coordinate really cute, but then I have to fight with like, did I make them the right size for envelopes? And then I still have to buy envelopes. So this time I figured I would just buy the bases and the envelopes together, and that way I just know everything fits. Which honestly I should have done that a lot sooner, because that definitely did help get me going on these. I really hope that I'm almost done with this funk though, because I'm going stir crazy and I want to get out of the house. I'm trying to be a responsible human though and not get anyone else sick. This is another plus side to working from home, because I'm not out anything at least. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. At least with these papers being light, I won't have to worry like I did in the last one about her being able to write on the dark green, which she'll be able to, probably not even with a white gel pen, but she has a white gel pen to use. But we won't have that problem on this one because I only have the light papers left. I always use the fun, rich, bold colors first, and then I'm left with all the bland papers, which have their place. It's just hard to use all the bland papers together if I don't space out all the other papers to use with them. I don't know if I really made cards much on YouTube. Do I have other card making videos? I've mentioned several times in my scrapbook videos that I do not like making cards. But I think it's because I have, what is it called? The demand avoidance. If someone wants me to do something, I like automatically don't want to do it. So if someone's telling me like, can you make me a card? I automatically don't want to make a card. And I think that comes from school when we like were forced to read books or something. Because it took me a really long time to actually start reading because I had so much like resistance from having to read things I didn't want to read in school. I don't know if that's a similar thing. Okay, so this is too much paper. So cards. I think I want a decent size of this peachy color because it's cute. And then I need to do a layer of the book paper at some point. So let me see what fun words we get on this one. Trim off the excess so I can see what it looks like as just text. There we go. Okay, do I want the book paper between these layers? I don't know if the cream and the white together. You know what? Yeah, I don't like that, but this. No, because those look the same color. If I get enough of the text behind this though, and it's inked, I think that's gonna be the winner. And I just need to trim this so the green is at the top and not the white. Okay, that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. Sorry if you hear the dog barking. The neighbor's dog is very chatty this time of year. I don't know if it's because the weather's finally cooling down in Georgia. They're like, you can stay outside for a while. And then the dog is like, let me back in. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And that's the best combo. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ah, I'm out of my roll. Good thing I buy these in bulk. You know what I should probably do, or should have been doing on YouTube, since the Creator Fund does not give you hardly anything, it's like a Amazon lists or something like that. No, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I could. There's no problem with that, but all the stuff I use a lot from Amazon, I probably should have just had links for. Because I use this tape a lot. And it's good. I've never had an issue with it. Although, to be fair, I don't ever check if anything is acid-free. So that's probably something I should see if this glue is actually supposed to be used on paper long term. But, oh well. Ta-da! This is cute. She doesn't just have to use it for graduation. I think this one and the other one that had the spread your wings and fly, I think they can be used for more than just graduation. So hopefully she won't have much of a problem using them. 2 out of the 10 are ones without sentiment she could use for anything. And I really had intended for more of these to be more versatile. Hello, Joy. How are you? Yes, I did a live earlier today and shared a bunch of life updates, but then food got here and my voice needed a break because COVID. So if you watch that one, there's a lot of updates, but me and Marcus are doing great. A lot of things have changed in a good way. But yeah, life was quite crazy for a while because I had a job change and yeah. a lot of health stuff, improvements, but still was a lot to deal with. And yeah, there was just a lot. I got so burnt out, completely crashed out, all for the better, because it honestly needed to happen. I was working myself way too hard and not putting any of my own needs first, and kind of using scrapbooking as a lifeline / crutch. So I had to figure my life out a little bit, but yes, everything is great. The other one has I don't know how much I should repeat if people are gonna bother watching the last live. It was like, I don't know, 40 minutes maybe. But yeah, yes, we're doing good. I am going to make this my background and then go work inwards from there. And then again, I need to figure out Brad's, but I think I'm actually gonna do the white ones again. Oh my gosh, I just messed that up. 4 inches, 4. I will tell you, I did mention this on the last live too, but I should be getting a sewing machine soon. So I may or may not make sewing content. But other than cross stitching and hand stitching, I have never used a sewing machine. So there's going to be a huge learning curve, and I just don't know if that will be entertaining to watch or what. I kind of want to do it just for the sake of myself having something to look back on and see my progress. But I think I really have in my brain assumed I would be a lot better at it than I probably will be, especially at first. So I don't want to commit to too much until I actually figure out how realistic it's going to be. But like I mentioned the last live, once I got health stuff figured out, I dropped 100 pounds, and I just really do not want to replace my whole closet. I kind of like how clothes fits looser, but I was saying if I could figure out the sewing thing, then I could do all my own alterations and just keep the clothes that I have and already like. So yeah, I don't know. I've been watching hours and hours of tutorials trying to prepare for when I get my machine, which is my mom's backup machine that she got at a yard sale and has never used. I like this side actually better than this side. Oh no. Wait a minute. Is that too busy though? I really like this side of the paper, and it has more of the colors in it. Is that too busy? Oh no. What have I done? Guys, someone help me. I like this better. Maybe there's a different paper I should have in between. Is this too much though? I didn't want a busy paper because I felt like I wanted the moths to stand out. All these pieces are too small. Well, maybe I should just stick to my plan I already had. I like it though. Maybe I'll just do a skinny. I was gonna do a thicker mat of this peach, but maybe if I do a skinnier one. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think this is plain enough where it gives enough of a break between this pattern and this pattern. So that's what I'm gonna tell myself. But yes, I hope everyone's been doing good. I am sorry I ghosted everybody, pretty much. But I had to prioritize myself for a while, and I'm still working on that. I really really did not understand how much of a people pleaser I was and how much of a toll that was taking on me. So we are working on boundaries and such to make sure I don't burn myself out again. Which is a process. But it's great. I feel like I have a much better support system now. I have found a lot of women close by that we can get together and support each other. So that has really made a world of difference. Because before I had my family in Marcus, which were great, but outside of that, I had no energy to do anything but the work. And at work, they were coworkers. I really had hoped they'd be friends, but that dynamic is just not it. So now that I am out of that environment and I found real friends, not that you guys aren't real friends, because I love you guys. You guys are always supportive and kind, but I needed people around me that I could get out of the house. Now that I have energy to get out of the house. Because I really was a hermit before, which I love being a hermit. But yeah, it was not good. Not good on the body or the mental health long term. So, trying to balance everything now. I'm sorry I sound so sick as well. I think, feel better than I sound, because it's really just the brain fog now. I did not do this even. So I wonder if I should add a band of something along the bottom to kind of, or I could just center it where I can. It could be cute to have a little something though. Even if it's just like a skinny ribbon across the top. Where's my ribbon? Maybe I should look at ribbon. That would be a cute touch on this one, because I think it's gonna bother me that the spacing is not even around everything. So I am going to do that, I think. I also need to figure out where my brads are going to go, because I do think I'm gonna do the white ones again. Although I'm running out of white ones, maybe I should do my light green ones. Those could be pretty with this paper. Oh my gosh, my throat's getting itchy. Oh, water. I need water. Hopefully the camera isn't like too high up from my work table. It looks really small on screen, but I don't know if it's just because it's minimized on my laptop so I can see chat. I don't know how much I can lower it with this one though, unless I took out some of the attachments on my tripod. Like I think these little light green ones, oh, those are adorable. Those are so cute and I want to hoard them, but for what? Because like, I haven't been making stuff. Use them. Okay. I love all three of these colors, are so pretty. Basil Basic. This is the Moss, Fern, and Aspen color combo. I love all of those. Green is my favorite color, but not this green. It's like these greens. Sorry, but I'm specific and it matters. So let me glue this down and then see if I can find ribbon. I probably shouldn't be committing to gluing this down until I actually know if I can use something on the top. Find my trim. There we go. There we go. Okay. Trim basket. You're not it. Oh, you're up there. Uh-oh. Okay. So This is chaotic. That lacy one could, oh, it's sparkly though. Maybe I don't want sparkle on this one. I do not know. I could do twine. Oh, I could wrap this yellow and white twine around a couple times at the top. That could work. Twine has never failed me, I will tell you. Yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna be my best bet. These are fun. I like that one too. I just don't know, the green is not the same and I feel like the yellow goes more. Okay. We're going with the yellow. And now that I have found trim, I will commit and glue this down. Oh my gosh. There we go. The dog I have staying with me right now is this like big hound. And he's like, hound dogs have a reputation for being extremely vocal. And really, unless you tell him we're going on walkies, or you ask him if he's hungry, he's very quiet. And that is very good for us, because it would be hard to do this live with a hound dog howling in the background. Hopefully this doesn't make this one like too different from the other cards. But I do want all of them to have something unique about them. Okay, that should work. In other news, so you guys know how I love The Office and it's a comfort show, and this has been a thing for like ever since I've been on YouTube. I feel like every single time I'm live, it's usually in the background. So they just released the spin-off called The Paper. Literally 2 days ago. I watched it all. And now I don't know what to do with my life. I guess I'll have to rewatch it. And it is not The Office, which honestly I'm glad, because if they tried to just pick up and like make it an extended version of The Office instead of something completely different, it would have failed, because The Office is such a like cult classic. But I liked it. It was good for what it was. Oscar is the only original character still in it, although the first episode does have some surprise cameos that I will not spoil. But I thought that was good news, because it's been off air for how many years, and I've just been compulsively, continuously watching it, and now I actually have something else to watch. I just probably should not have binged all of it in a day. But oh well. Okay, I need to also glue down this edge up here, because that's going to not be good if it comes loose. Let me get these up first. I don't know if this was the best way to do this, but I'm just hoping this double-sided tape will be enough to sandwich it between the paper layers to not move. I think it should work. See, I don't think I would have even thought to do this if I wasn't on live, because this is making me just go and not sit and contemplate. So let's see. Cute. I like it. I like it. Okay, so inside, I want this to be what she writes on, to be the main paper. I really want a green to be behind it. to pull this into the middle. Oh no, I glued this down. I didn't do my brads. No. Okay, let's try to pull this piece up and do it. Don't tear, please. This is the downside to doing the live, is I'm not paying attention. Although honestly, no, with the brain fog, I probably would have done this anyways. There's gonna be a lot of forgetting steps, because that's just where my brain is at right now. Okay, so let's do 2 down here and 1 up here. Okay. Ah, there we go. At least we remembered before it was all done. That's all I can say. Cute. I love that color. These teeth, however, these legs are not, usually they're uneven, so you can easily open them. And these ones are not, they're equal. So it's hard to get your fingernail in there to open the little legs. Jeez Louise. There we go. Basil. I don't know if Basil's even around still, but come on, guys. Should know better. Okay, cute. Disaster avoided. Okay, let's do the inside. Definitely want this to be the main piece, so I might cut this smaller if I want more of a border in the other papers, but just for right now, there's that. And I think I want green and then the text, so the text isn't right next to this paper, because I don't love how that looks on this side. What you doing?
Watching Men in Black. What are you doing?
I'm trying to do another live, but I keep picking paper pads that don't have the paper combinations that I need.
Are you live now?
Yeah.
Well, you're struggling.
Were you listening to me struggle? Yeah.
I'm just picking on you.
Well, I think I figured it out, because actually the back side of this paper I was using is the paper I need. So I don't know why I was worried. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. Okay, let me see what the text looks behind this. I think if I do skinny paper of the text, larger border of the green, and then this in the middle, that's cute. And then the moths from the front are tied into the middle, and then if I want, I can fussy cut one of these and have it down there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be super cute. Okay, let's do it. Do you want to make me a tea?
Yep.
While you're down there? Thank you.
While I'm still in the bathroom?
Yes. Hello, winged matchbox. We're making cards today because I just wanted to be crafty and productive, and my mom really likes when I make her homemade cards, and I haven't made them for her in a really long time, so I figured I would make her just a whole set that I can give her for Christmas. Thought it'd be a good surprise. I'm just trying to make them, even though I'm using different products for the different cards, I'm trying to make them semi-coordinate with various design details, so I'm just on the struggle bus with making that happen while having severe brain fog from COVID. So I shouldn't say that. I don't know if it's actually COVID, but just the people who have the current strain said it feels like what I have, so we're going with it. All right, so this is the back layer. Let me measure this one first, and I will work my way in. I do hope you guys are all doing well, though. I do miss you guys. You guys are always so kind and supportive. Thank you for the reminder, because I keep forgetting. Oh. It's like I don't notice how dehydrated I am until I drink water. I'm like, oh, I should have done that like a minute ago. Okay. I think I cut that too small. It's fine. There is a little bit wider gap over here, but I think that's okay. So now let me do this layer. I love bugs. My mom is so weirded out by my love of bugs. Honestly, I just love nature. I love like nature, period. So I don't know why me liking bugs is so weird to her. I have so many bugs in this room. I could do a bug show and tell. Wait, hang on. Hold please. My mom got me this one for Christmas. Actually, maybe it was my birthday. Sorry if you don't like bugs. I should have gave you all trigger warning, although we were just talking about bugs. But look how cool. He looks so cool on my shelf. Love him. I should have showed you the butterfly because that probably wouldn't have been as jarring. But yeah, she doesn't get it. She doesn't get why I like them. I just like life. I just like nature things. Goes for animals too. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know if you've been following my possum chronicles. I am obsessed with possums apparently. You didn't know this. Hello, yes, I know, I'm sorry. I ghosted everybody. And I mentioned in my last live that was earlier today that I didn't realize it had been like an entire year that I posted until a memory popped up from the last video I posted. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's been a whole year since I posted anything. That's crazy to me. The brain fog is making me just loopy enough to make this work though, so I'm rolling with it while I'm in the zone. But yeah, so yeah, possum chronicles. So I've been catching lots of possums and snakes and things and rescuing them because people try to kill them if they're in their area. And I'm like, hey, we all share this place and that animal didn't do anything to you. So if you will let me come and get it, I will move it to the woods. So that's what I've been doing. I've been like freelancing animal rescue. And now all of a sudden, Tuesday, if I am healthy enough, which I should be, because I'm at the end of this thing. I can already tell yesterday I really felt better. And today I feel even more better. So by Tuesday, I should be good. Tuesday, I have a NWCO exam to be officially licensed as a residential trapper so I can legally not get in trouble for helping the possums and the snakes. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if anything will come for it, if that's just something I'm gonna do for funsies on the side, but either way, I get to play with animals. And honestly, it's interesting because I have my perspective. I was a vet tech for 15 years, which is wild to me. I was at my last hospital for an entire decade. I was there more than 10 years, which is crazy. And I 100%, I'm not exaggerating, will take a wild possum or snake over some of those cats and dogs we had to deal with. I will literally take 1,000 possums over one aggressive dog or one feral cat. And I am realizing that my cat and dog wrangling abilities from work have translated beautifully to helping wild animals because they are actually way easier to deal with than people's pets. So that's been a fun realization, and it also kind of makes me realize, even though I am not a vet tech anymore, those skills are not going in vain. I am enjoying what I am doing now a lot more. So that was a good little surprise for me. Cute. I love that we found this paper. I can't believe it was the back side of that and I didn't even see it. Maybe I did earlier and I'm just so brain foggy that I forgot already. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I've been doing lots of outdoorsy, wildlifey things. I'm gonna be really sad when it gets like cold again and it's uncomfortable to be outside. Because even though I'm in Georgia and it's the South, y'all in the North and y'all in Canada are gonna laugh at me. Because like what? I'm the state above Florida. What am I talking about? Our winters are nasty. I'm sorry. I can't handle it. Oh, I don't like it. That's why I don't ever want to like leave where I live, because I don't want winters any worse than what we get here. I don't. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when it's cold again, because I have been outside a lot lately, which has been fantastic. But when it comes to winter again, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get my nature-y fix. Especially because the normal trails I like to go on, it's like hunting season and that's not fun. There we go. I did go trail riding with my sister in North Georgia last week. That was great. So now me and my friends want to go again. Some of my friends have never been on a horse, so I don't know how that will go. Me and my sister grew up riding, so it's fun because our trail guide were like, oh, you guys are experienced, let's have fun. And you know, whenever there was an opportunity, we would canter, which is great. It's like, I love, favorite part of riding is like, especially went through the trees, running through the woods on horseback. It's just, there's just nothing like it. And I know when I go with my friends, we're not going to be able to do that because they're not probably going to have the skill or the, you know, whatever. Just fine. We're going to have fun, not to, you know, run around. But it's hard when I'm on a horse to just walk. It's hard. One of the doctors I used to work with, we would go trail riding a lot. And we would run every once in a while when we got the chance. But now neither one of us work at that last hospital. I think literally everybody left. After I left, the whole place imploded a month later. So it honestly was divine timing. Thank you, I'm not the only one. You're in Chicago though, so your cold weather is way worse than ours probably. So I probably still am being a wimp, but cold weather, summer in Georgia is brutal. It is brutal. I will still take that over a winter anywhere else though. That's really adorable and I'm so proud of us. Oh, okay, I'm losing it. Let's go. I have 2 more cards to make after this one. Do you think we can all do them tonight? That would be cool if I could just get this whole set done. Because then when I feel better, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go take my test to be licensed. I'm going to go pick up my sewing machine from my mom, and I'm going to learn how to sew. That's my goal for next week. So I will be super happy if we could get these cards done so that I can kind of clear scrapbooky stuff, which might be hard for you to hear. I'm sorry. But it's really, I mentioned this in the live earlier today too. It's really hard for me to scrapbook after redoing the room and then realizing how much space those books are taking and then having a full-on meltdown because I don't know where to put them. It's hard to scrapbook when I know it's just going to add to that problem, you know? And other than doing the flip throughs with you guys, I never look at them, which is sad. I should look at them more, but also it's hard to look at. I know I will appreciate having those memories, and I'm not saying that, but like, I'm so much healthier now. It's really hard to scrapbook before now and seeing myself so unhealthy. You know what I mean? I don't want to look at that. So yeah, it's it's going to be a process kind of figuring that whole thing out. But I am trying to find creative things to do that's scrapbooking related, like this, and using my supplies and being creative in a non-scrapbook specific way. So I have been trying to play around with the idea of maybe doing some kind of mixed media art that's kind of scrapbooky, that goes in like shadow boxes, that potentially could be art, like wall art people buy. I don't know if there's a market for that. I don't even know kind of how I would do it. I've kind of played around with a couple things, but I am trying to like find ways to use my supplies. I'm still hoarding my Felicity Jane stuff. I will use it. I love it. I love it. I will use it. I'm just trying to find ways to use scrappy stuff in a way that's more productive than creating something that just sits on a shelf. So if I can make something that's art that people can buy, or make something that's, you know, can go on the wall or something. I'm trying to figure out other ways to maybe do that. Look how cute. Let's do one of the bugs. What bug do we want? I really like this one, but I wonder if the colors are too light because it's going over this. I think it should either be this one or that one. Oh, I like this one, but I think this one's gonna look the best. Don't be mad at me if I picked a different one. You had a brutal summer. I don't even think of Chicago as ever being hot because like it's up there, but I believe you because my mom's family is all in Minnesota and our family reunion is every July. And so we're always up there in July and we're like, oh, we're gonna get a break from the Georgia heat because we'll be up in Minnesota, which we do. It's definitely not as bad as Georgia. It's still really hot though. Like, you would not think Minnesota would ever really get uncomfortably hot, but it gets uncomfortable. And that's coming from us who are Georgians. Although I will say we tolerate it much better than them because they'll be dying and we're like, oh, this is not bad at all. Or what gets them is the humidity. I vividly remember every single time we go up in the summer, they're like, oh God, it's so humid. It's like 60% humidity. Georgia gets to like, you know, 90s% humid. It's humid. It's humid down here. So we're like, oh, this feels great to us humidity wise, but I'll give it to them. It still gets hotter than I would expect Minnesota to get. So I guess Chicago is right up there with them. I actually have a cousin that lives in Chicago. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. He was not at the last family reunion. This was our first family reunion without Grandma. She passed away in the beginning of this year, like a couple months before my other grandma. So that's all my grandparents, which is kind of sad and morbid to talk about, but it was the first family reunion without her. So some of the people didn't come because I think some of the people mainly showed up for her sake as their excuse to come and visit her. So it was smaller this year than it normally is, our little family reunion. That's cute. Should I have the antennas or should I just chop them off? I kind of feel like they're in the way. I'm gonna chop them off. I'm sorry. We're doing an antenna amputation. They're distracting. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. I think it's cute if we have a little moth in there. That's adorable. Should I have it in? No, I think I like it overlapping. Yeah, it needs to be overlapping, otherwise it takes up too much space. I need to ink it. Almost forgot to ink it. I don't think I forgot to ink anything on this card, so that's better than the last card. I'm glad I'm using more products than just that book. I really was committed to try to just use up that other paper pad, but all these pads are sitting around and I'd rather use them and give them to someone and someone else enjoy them than just sitting in my stash. Where's the end of this? There it is. There we go. Ta-da. I was thrifting. I thrifted a bunch of like bed sheets for like $1. They're 100% cotton. So when I get my sewing machine, I'm gonna practice on those. And I'm hoping I can make myself like a basic t-shirt and basic shorts that could be like a pajama set. And then I could play around with like using natural dyes like tea bags and onion skins and turmeric and beets, you know, to dye them different colors. And I could have cute little PJ sets, you know, because it doesn't matter if they're bad. I'm just sleeping in them. I've been trying to strategize the best way to help me learn to sew before I start making like for real clothes I wear out of the house. I really just need to focus on alterations because that was kind of the original goal, but I got way ahead of myself and have been watching way too much Project Runway and think I can actually sew a full garment, and I've never touched a sewing machine. So look at it, you guys. Oh, cute. I like the twine. Got my brads, got my focal point. That one's adorable. Okay, so we got this, just fly. Spread your wings and fly. Connoisseur. The one we just did. I am pleased with the doily decision. I really was second guessing myself, but I like it. All right, before I move on to my next one, if you got scraps to use, make some cards, man. It never hurts you to have pre-made cards, so when something pops up, you can just grab something you've already made. I should take my own advice and do that because my mom loves to receive homemade cards and I haven't made one in a really long time. So that is 8 out of 10. Look, you wanna see what I just made?
I 100% don't think this tastes good.
Looks like my normal tea.
I messed it up.
Why do you think you messed it up? It looks good.
You'll see.
It smells good.
Poison.
No, it doesn't. Look at what he made me, a special tea. Wait, let me show you what we just did. Come back. You saw this one, right? The one I did yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so earlier today, we did this one.
Yeah.
And then I just did this one.
There's fall light. Oh yeah.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah,
So now I have 8. Look how solid. That's like a full set. I want to still try to do 2 more though.
I do.
Yeah, and then she'll have 10.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
You put cinnamon in this, didn't you?
Yeah.
I can.
Got some nutmeg.
I like it. Thank you. It's very fall and cozy. Thank you. Yes, I love them. Now we have to figure out what card I want to do next. Because I think that pretty much used the best paper out of that pad. So I think I'm going to move on to another one. You guys have to remind me I have that. I will forget and it'll get cold. But I thought the honey would be good on my throat. So, okay. Let me move this pad out of the way. We are like at the dregs of this paper pad. I'm going to hold on to it though because I love these little moths. I can still make something with that. I still have 2 whole 12 by 12s too. Okay, so let's move on. Do you want to do this one next? This is the one we were going to do a thank you card out of because I have this thank you. Well, this one says thankful, so I'm not going to do that one. Look, I already have a little notebook edge punch. Yes. Cute. Okay. Let's see. I need to find a pattern that I'm really excited about, and then I can pick something that coordinates. I do like the idea of using one of these on the inside. Maybe I'll do a horizontal card, because all of them so far are vertical other than funny this one. This is the only one that's horizontal. So maybe I'll do another horizontal card and use one of these as the inside journaling spot. Or, where's my card? I could use that. It might be just a smidgen too big though for the inside. Maybe if I fussy cut it and I had it backed on a contrasting paper, that could be a cute on the inside. Yeah, we'll pull it just in case. This is so cute. But I think if I use pumpkins, it's gonna be too themey. Like, it's already a thank you card. I don't think I need to restrict it to also being like a fall specific card. I do like this pink. I could just use this pink as a basic color. The goldens, I think, is just gonna clash a little bit with the craft color, so I'm gonna try to stay away from the yellow. I love this. Immediately, yes. Immediately, yes. Don't tear, please. I will cry. I will cry because you are beautiful. I'm gonna be really sad if I do try to scrapbook with this book though, and I don't have this paper because it's gorgeous. Okay, primary paper acquired. I know I have peaches to use, so maybe if there's another peachy paper without pumpkins. This is pretty too. I like this one better though. 100%. Oh, I just realized I don't really want to use yellow, and that's kind of the color of this. Never mind. Yeah, I just don't think the yellow vibes very well with the brown craft. This tan is actually not bad and would look good with the blue, but I really want to find one of those peachy pinks because I think that will look even better. Hopefully I didn't use it all. Oh, there's a pretty solid. Although one of those earlier papers kind of had a chunk of solid pink I could pick from. I just think this would be beautiful as well. I'm not opposed. I would really rather have a pink though. I could use this and a pink, but cards are such a smaller format than a scrapbook page. I really think I need to try to simplify the paper. Aha! Do I want gold though? I can definitely do gold. This little thing has a gold eyelet on it. I think I would prefer a more chill pink though. This is there if I need it. I'll think of that. I think I'm gonna go back and get that one paper that the top half was pink though, and just use that one section. Okay, let's make some decisions. Where is that paper? There it is. Oh my gosh, they even knew. Look at the branding strip. I feel like they always coordinate the branding strip, not always, but like to give you an idea of how the papers look good together, and it's literally the paper I want to use. So, same brain. Okay. So, I think between this and my book paper, I think that's beautiful. This is a dark. Again, I don't have to make this a thank you card. I could just make this a non-themed card, which I might do because I really feel bad I'm not giving her enough non-themed things. I don't want her to have all these cards she can't use for an occasion she needs a card for, you know? So let me put this back. There we go. Okay. Cute. I like this base. And let me get some paper from the book. And then we'll figure out what we want to go where. Okay. Do I want to use one of these on the inside? If I do, it's going to be this pink one because that's in our color scheme. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. it'll be nice for her to have like lines to journal on in a couple of these cards. These are cute little tags. Enjoy the little things. That's in our color scheme, but again, I don't want to make this too thematic where it's difficult for her to use the card, because too many of the cards I've given her are already themed. So we're gonna try to make this one neutral. Okay. I really like the height of the desk that Marcus made me, because I can, like, now I'm standing, and I was sitting before, and I can do it both ways, which is exciting. Okay, focus. Golly, goldfish brain today. Let's go ahead and do our inking, and then I'll figure out what order to do the papers in. And then after this, I only have to make one more. I think the Heidi Swap paper pad is also probably going to be a non-themed one, so that'll be good. She'll have 3 out of the 10 that are neutral cards that she can kind of send whenever. And I think most of the time she just gives the cards, like her husband really likes handmade cards. And 2 of the 10 are anniversary / Valentine's Day. So she already has 2 for him for sure out of this set. I think we're doing good. And I also have like over 100 cousins, so somebody's graduating at some point. So those 2 out of the 10 that are graduation themed will be easy to use too. So I think we're doing good. Our family also, my mom is 1 out of 13 children, you guys. She comes from a Minnesota Catholic farm family. So we have a giant family on that side. So the baby card will be used very soon, I'm sure. So me and a couple of the cousins are on the no baby train. So we're sticking firm to that, but our other cousins are making up for us, so we're not worried about it. Not worried about it. So yeah, I'm thinking out of all the cards we're making, she'll be able to use them. As long as this one and the next one can be neutral, she'll be good. There we go. This is so gratifying. I don't know why. It's such a basic thing. I think it makes such a difference though. This ink pad is really trying to die on me though. It has been my old faithful. I've had this ink pad for so long. I do have another Ranger's brown, but it's the lighter brown. And this frayed burlap color is so good. I like the other brown better for a lot of things, but for inking craft paper, this brown is so good with giving you that aged look. Okay. So do we want to do this one horizontal or not? Because I could do what I did on this one. Have the lines to one side with design details on the edge. Or I could just center it and have some kind of vertical detail on the sides. I do think I want to give her lines though, because most of them don't have lines other than, well, several of them do have lines. I tried to use cut-aparts for the first several so she'd have lines, but my alternative would just be having this plain pink in the middle that she could easily write on. And I really like the look of that. But I have something with lines, so I feel like I should just use that. Somebody help. I'm already getting decision paralysis again. I haven't talked this much in a really long time. Okay, let's start with the outside and then I'll figure it out when we get there. No, because I need to know what direction we're going before I make the front. That's so pretty. Let me trim down my book paper so I can throw this into layers, and then I'll have a better idea of what I want to do. There we go. Okay, so pink, text, blue. And then I have to figure out a focal point or a cut apart to put on the front. I really don't think there's a cut apart I'm gonna want to use though, if we're being totally honest, which means I'm gonna have to resort to punches and die cuts. I could do like a craft tag with like hearts on it. That might be cute. Although if I did that, I think it would have to be vertical. And I agree with you. I think I need another horizontal card. You like the off-center look? Okay, so we'll definitely do horizontal, and we'll have the text offset with detail on the side. So I don't know then. I think a tag is out, because I think a tag would need to be vertical. So let me cut what I have, because I know I like this look. And then I will look at punches and kind of see what direction we want to go in. Let's start with this. Let me cut off the perforated top, because that's going to drive me crazy if I forget and it ends up on the card. Okay, and then 4 inches is what we decided was the height. Yes, 4. And then that pink looks so cute on this cardstock. Okay. Yeah. Need a little bit more of the width. This is a cute pink. Cute, cute pink. I'm really trying to do more homemade gifts this Christmas, which is why I'm starting so early. I just think they're super meaningful. But I also like the idea of being able to use just stuff sitting around in my house and transforming it into something meaningful that I then also didn't have to spend money on. Because holidays are always rough, and I'm trying to enjoy them more. And the gift buying and giving is just not it for me. So if I can do this, I'll be much happier, and I think it'll mean a lot more, you know? So that's adorable. I need to figure out what brads I want to use. Those green ones I used before, those light ones, could actually look really good on this one. I just think they might blend in if they're over the blue. So if I do, I think whatever focal point we have on top needs to include something pink so that these can be my brads. Although I have white brads I can use. I have a ton of brads elsewhere too. I just don't want to look for them, so I'm trying to use the ones that are on the desk. Did I actually ink all 4 of these sides? Yes, okay. Trying to check myself as I go so I don't forget things I was meaning to do, because I think I keep like squirrel braining and getting distracted from what the plan is. This for real does help having you guys though, because I feel like it's making me just like keep moving. I was just sitting and thinking too much before when I was making those first 4 cards. I guess that's the one plus side to me being sick and housebound, is it made me come up here and do something for the sake of having something to do, because I haven't been able to be outside of the house. Okay. That looks adorable. Let me just see how this looks spaced how it is, and I might trim it down some. I think I want more of the pink to show than that, but it kind of also depends how much of a focal point we're doing. Let me cut this as if this is going to be the size. Here. Doing our very official fingernail marking, which has never failed. I probably should check the text paper too, just to make sure there's not a weird word. I did notice on one of the other cards, one of the words you could make out was kind of funny and not intentional, so I'm trying to be more cautious of the words you can read. Okay, this one's okay. Okay, so I can always show more pink and make them more, I think I like it like this though. On the inside, I'll have more of a border, I think. I like that. And then maybe I'll do something similar to that first one we made, where I did a couple circles with a heart, but I'll have it centered and not running off the edge. That's the way it's like same but different. I think I'll do that. It'll be easy to have brads if I do that too, so I think that's a good plan. Although I hope while I'm standing, I'm not like heavy breathing into the microscope because I can't breathe. Or the microphone. That would be embarrassing. And also very difficult to watch if I was this whole time. All right, let's get that glued down. So happy. This live is much more productive than the first one, I will tell you that much, because the first one I got partway through one card. Granted, the food did come and that was kind of a priority at the time, so we can do this. We can do this. I really hope we can make all 3 cards tonight. That would be wonderful. And if you're watching this one and you missed the first live, I gave a lot more like life updates on the other one because I realized I ghosted you guys for like a year. So if that's the information you're looking for, I don't want to kind of repeat all of it on this one. But I like it. They also have these things. That could be a cute horizontal border. Okay, where's my punches? Put them away. I think I do want another heart because I really only have hearts and circles. So, should I do the heart? I think I have to do the heart in the blue so that I can back it in the pink, right? So I can not have the blue against the blue. And then let me do a circle out of this and a circle out of the book paper. Remove this. And get Old Faithful. This thing has served me well, I'll tell you what. All right, what size do I want my circles? I think I only want this distance between the circles to have one space difference. I think that one and this one. I'll do pink. Oh, maybe that one's too big. Should I do this one? That's like too, well, no. Do the pink in that one and the book paper in that one. That's too similar. Let me do this one and I can cut it down more if I need to. Yes, yes. So bigger circle on the book paper. Oh no, whole handle just came off. I need to clean this machine. Look how dusty it is. It's just been collecting dust on the shelf. Ah, sorry everybody, I hope you're not wearing headphones. Okay, there's one. Let me do this one. And hopefully not bust your ears. I usually put washi tape to keep those exactly spaced, but I think it'll be fine. Now we're not falling off the desk this time. I'm holding it. Okay, there we go. That was so dramatic. There we go. Okay. Let's see what those look like together. That's cute. I just want to like think it just needs like something else. Like this one had the doily behind it. I don't want to do that again though, but I think it needs something. I like this though, so I am going to go ahead and put these together. This takes me back to like when I was early scrapbooking, before I had all the cute ephemera and I just had to use like punches and die cuts to like make my own embellishment. Those were the days you had to be super creative to like make your own embellishment clusters with nothing. I was so proud the first time I got a collection, like a full collection that included ephemera. I didn't know what to do with myself. Oh, nostalgia. I think this is the front. Yeah, this is the front. Coming along. I think well, I could use these as details on the inside. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Focus. Glue all of this together. What else can I add up to this? Maybe I can see if there's a smaller tag I could layer behind it. I don't know. Let's see. This one down. Okay. Trying to make sure the text is lined up so when I put it on the page it's not like the words don't look crooked. Yeah. Now, what do I want to add? Let's see. I do have these craft tags. I just don't know. Is that a thing? I think it looks weird, but kind of cool. This one's upside down. Okay, add some of the craft detail back in with a different shape, as long as these little points are like into the circle. Then I can add a horizontal detail. I don't know, like a fishtail banner over the craft behind the heart type of thing. Like, I don't know if that's too much. I like the idea of bringing in a craft element, though, to kind of add a little something, something. I just don't know if that one specifically looks odd. I do have a burlap tag. I think it's too, I would have to cut it down. I don't know. I think if I cut it down, it would look too short. Here's this one. This one's smaller. Do we like the tag? I might have to turn that one down too. I want it within the blue. I think if it overlaps, it looks like it's disproportionate. Definitely need something behind it though. No, I don't want to do that. I was about to say I could make a tag out of the book paper, but there's too much of this tag showing and I would have to worry about the words that were on it. So I don't want to do that really. I could make a out of some pattern paper. I don't know if that'd be any better than this one. I kind of, if I'm gonna do this, I like the texture that adds, but I don't know if I would, I don't know if it adds to the vibe or throws it off, you know? I could have it more to the side and then have this stuff coming out to the left. That's cute, right? Yeah. Have these layers in behind the tag. That there. Would I be overdoing it by adding brads to this as well, though? What are you thinking? I do think I like the tag better than these options, though. Yeah. I do think that is a winner. Definitely will give it a different vibe than this one, but still, you know, I think we should go for it. I think we should go for it, because if this is going to be offset inside, it's kind of nice that this is visually heavy on this side, and then they'll open it, and then it'll be visually heavy on, you know, like what I think we're doing this. Let's just go. Let's do it. I'm going to commit. I think I am just going to leave the tag how it is. It's not running off of the actual card. It's just slightly overtaking the blue pattern, but I'm not mad at it. So I do want it angled slightly. And then these guys, maybe I will forego tags on this one because the tag is, I'll forego the brads because the tag is my texture. That's what I was trying to say. Should I have a square edge like this or fishtail banner? Let me cut a fishtail banner just to see. Cut it out of this one because that one's already square and I can compare. All right, I need these darn perforated edges. No, thank you. You look unfinished. Go away. Okay. I think I am gonna want it square, or I don't know. Let me just see. I might be doing too much here, but I can just cut this back to a square if I don't like it. Okay. It's not too much, right? We have the fishtail banner, we have the notebook edge punch, the tag, and the hearts. I think I'm gonna roll with it. I'm not mad at it. All right. Do your famous fishtail banner. You know me. You know me well. It's like it hasn't even been a year. Now I gotta remember to ink everything. Oh, I love you guys. I missed you so much. My brain is also into Lululand. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna be like, what? I was live for how long? Randomly? Okay. Maybe I should get COVID more often. No. No. I'm not putting that out in the universe. I need to drink more tea. That honey is really good in it. He made that so fall and cozy by adding cinnamon and nutmeg in it. I usually only put that in my coffee, but it's really nice. All right, I think I'm just gonna keep this on the blue and not have it run over any other layers. There we go. All right, this is too skinny for my tape, so I'm going to cut it in half. This front's almost done. That's so exciting. I was really concerned after my first live that I couldn't even finish one card. I was like, why am I getting back on? Lives? Okay, before I preferred my old videos, my non-live videos, because I feel like there was less pressure. But for some reason, this is nice. I think because if I'm scrapbooking from scratch, I don't know, there's more design elements I need to fiddle around with, and there's more pressure to not make you guys wait while I figure it out on live, you know? But for this, the cards, maybe because it's, I don't know, smaller and just there's not as much involved. I'm pretty much just making one embellishment cluster and then mirroring the inside with a reverse of the outside. I don't know. I like it though. Whatever this is nice. Thank you. You have a good evening too. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. I was for real, like I didn't tell anyone I was going live. No one's gonna show up. I'm just gonna be talking to myself. So I really appreciate you guys being here. Because I might not have continued to do lives if there was no one to talk to. So yeah, appreciate it. Because I figured this is better than nothing. And nice, I guess, like the slower pace, because voiceovers, I tend to just talk really fast and say the wrong words because my brain and my mouth aren't matched up. I don't know. You know? There's something about this that just is working for me today. All right, let me trim this one. We're getting so close. And we just got to figure out the inside. And since we already have that journaling spot, I think that will be pretty easy. Okay. I am sorry you're having to listen to me sniffle though, because that's probably not the most enjoyable. It is the only thing making me loopy enough to be able to do this, so a double-edged sword there. All right. There we go. The dog right now that we have has really bad storm anxiety, and it initially was not supposed to storm the entire time he was here, and then out of nowhere today we had like a huge thunderstorm, and he's been passed out in our bathroom most of the afternoon. So I need to go wake him up because he's gonna want dinner. Oh, I didn't line that up well before I put it down. Just pretend that didn't happen. You saw nothing. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this down because I'm not doing brads on this one, so I don't need to wait. I love how much of that book paper we're going through too, because I like never in my lifetime will probably get through that whole thesaurus. This makes me happy that we're really using it. And the more thesaurus paper I use, the less of my pretty paper I'm not using. So it's a win-win. I stretch my stash. There we go. Maybe at some point I'll figure out a theme to do like a mini album or something. I don't know. I don't know if I want that adding to my shelf either, though, to be honest. It'd be fun if I could do like a mini album for someone as a gift. That's a lot of work though, but at least it would not be taking up space in my house when it was done. I like it. It's so cute. I am not putting anything through the eyelet though. I could put twine or something, but I think in a card that's going to be shipped in an envelope, it's just going to be too much. So we're not doing that. I need to do wet glue. I don't think this is going to stick with my double-sided tape. So Tombow to the rescue. God. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of this tape to glue this part down though. Thank you, Cindy. That's awesome. Thank you. I agree. I really was gaslighting myself that the burlap was like not a good idea. So this paper specifically, I don't know that it would have worked on any other card. I am really liking this though. Cute. Okay. So I definitely want to use this paper and book paper. I don't think I need to do too much, to be honest. I'm gonna need a bigger piece than that though. Maybe I'll do book paper blue, or maybe I'll do blue, book paper pink, and then maybe I'll do like something. Ta-da! I like it. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that, and then let's see what it looks like after that. I think part of my problem is I want to plan too far ahead so that I don't get stuck before I'm done, which is why I get freaked out doing lives. But that's silly. Like if I like something, I need to just like commit and then figure it out from there, right? Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so a little more off the edge. Book paper. Look at that, I can use the hole from book 4. Because I'm still me. I'm still frugal. So we're using it. I really try not to use stuff with holes in it when it's for other people, because I feel like if I gut the way I did on my scrapbook pages on projects I was going to hand to someone, it would make it too flimsy and just, I think it would affect the final product. I don't care if it's something just sitting in my album, but this book paper is so thin, I don't really think you'll be able to even see the difference. Although, it's kind of beat up from going through that machine. I do need a fresh piece. Ew. Oh. I have another piece. No, just get a new one. I have, why am I trying to be frugal when I have 1,000 pages to use? I'm trying to get better, okay? I don't know if that's a compulsive problem, the way I try to gut stuff that just is unnecessary. I do not need to hoard the book paper. Okay. Do I want a layer of book paper behind the blue as well? I don't think... No. Because I'm going to run out of space if I add too many more layers. Okay, just go with your gut. Let me ink this and get it down so I stop trying to move it. I do like the idea of having book paper behind this layer, but I'd rather incorporate the book layer in between the paper layers than it just being, you know, the background layer. I just love how that text looks peeking between the other pieces. Okay. This one is gonna be one of my top contenders for my favorite, although I don't know if any of the cards are gonna beat the baby card, because the baby card was just stinking adorable. I was worried after I made the baby card though. I was like, oh no, I put the bar too high and now the rest of them have to be this cute. And I was like, no, just continue making the cards how you want them and don't compare it to the cute baby card. Even Marcus said, he was like, it's for a baby. It's fine if that one is extra cute. I was like, you know what? You're right. Okay. Make sure I'm doing this on the right one. It's gonna be so cute. I love it. Okay, calm down. Go. It would really be funny if you're the same way. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, right? I want to use it. I want to recycle, and like it makes me feel good that things aren't going to waste, you know? What I was saying though, because I talk to myself sometimes, and It would be really funny if I got one of those helmet GoPros for when I mountain bike, because you should hear what I have to tell myself to get through some of these trails. It actually would probably be really funny, although I probably wouldn't want to post it because I would be embarrassed. But sometimes you just gotta pep talk yourself, because I'll go on these beginner trails, right? The green ones. Are you guys familiar with trail markers? It's like green, and then it's blue, and it's red, and there's black diamond, and there's like double and triple black diamond. And that's like easy, intermediate, advanced, and then like extreme. I'm literally doing the green beginner trails, and they're so hard sometimes. I don't know if it's just because it's Georgia and they're through the woods and there's just so many tree roots and rocks, but I really will go into those trails being confident, like, oh, this is a green trail. I can do this one, no problem. Nope. Nope. Because they're scary. When those trails get really skinny and there's no shoulder and you're having to go over all these tree roots, nope. So it's kind of funny what I end up having to tell myself to get through it sometimes. And sometimes I get through the trail, I'm like, man, I wish I had that recorded. Because I don't even think I know what I'm saying to myself most of the time. There we go. Marcus's bike chain just broke the last time we were out, so that's sad. He was so excited to get the bike out too, because he hadn't been in a while. And of course, when we go out, his bike chain breaks. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one making cards. I know I feel bad because I feel like some of my peoples, they're going to be excited if they see me on, and they're going to think I'm like actually scrapbooking, and then I'm just like sitting here making cards. I'm sorry. But it's something. I'm still crafting. And from my perspective, this is still all ideas for stash busting and using your scraps, which is like very much on brand for me. So hopefully it's still relevant. I don't want to use this side because the bottom says tremor and shock because the word is earthquake. I'm going to use this side. That's the only thing with using book paper is I'll like randomly see a word on there and be like, I don't want that on here. That's not bad though. One of the words I almost used in the last live, I didn't realize was discharge. It was really unfortunate. Glad I caught that. That's not even. It's not even at all. Oh no. I kind of don't always mind if things aren't exactly perfect, because I think it emphasizes that it's like homemade and it's not store-bought, but if it's too off, it just, that's too much. And that one's, I'm gonna redo that one. For not paying attention. Just don't tear the journaling spot. I will cry. Sorry if this is freaking anybody out. Freaking myself out, to be honest. Try this again. let's put it on straight this time. Okay. All right. I don't know if my paper was just wonky and that's why I cut it wonky, or I don't know what happened. Much better. Yay! Much, much, much better. That would have bothered me if I tried to leave it. Don't let me do stuff like that. If it's not super obvious, I don't care. If that's real obvious, I'm giving this to someone. I wouldn't care if it was in my own book, but I'm giving this to my mom, and then she's gonna give it to someone else, and both of them need to appreciate it. Okay, cute. So we're gonna have to start thinking about what our element on the side's gonna be. I could, since we already have the heart theme going, and it's me, and I put hearts on everything, I could die cut some hearts to go down the side, but I don't know if that's gonna make it too, like, love themed, you know? Because this one just has the one heart on the front, and then that's it, so it's not like, I feel like she could use it for everything. I wonder if I worry if I put too many hearts on it, if it makes it more like an I love you card. You know what I mean? Yes. Plus showing using the leftovers from kits and cards. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping, is this still is very on brand for me, even though it's cards, and even though I've said like 1,000 times in my scrapbook videos that I hate making cards. I feel like this is content that's missing, and it's what I'm doing right now, so it's something. This heart is way too big though, so I think I do need to do die cuts if I am going to do that, because my only other heart punch is like a teeny tiny heart, which I could do a row of teeny tiny hearts down the side. I just don't know if is that too much hearts? How much hearts is too much hearts? Let me find the little one. I don't have a light, and I can't use the flashlight on my phone because you guys would not be able to see the live then. This is my very first punch that I was ever given when I was a teeny tiny little baby. My aunt, who was one of the family scrapbookers, gave me a little scrapbooking kit when I first started scrapbooking in middle school with my mom. And my little initials are on it. And it's still KW because I was little before I got married. Anyways, some lore from that stamp, or that punch. So, it's teeny tiny though, and I don't know if that heart's too little. Let's see what it looks like. So dinky, I love it. Okay, I will have that punch forever. Been redecorating the inside too. I have so much paper. Yeah, yes, yeah, so I'm not alone. I mean, if I just did a row of those, I don't know. I feel like it's not the right proportion of heart, but I need something, and I don't know what my other option is. I mean, I could, I don't know. What are some elements on the front? I could do a fishtail banner coming down vertical, but then I'm running into the issue of like what paper then? What to use this? I could layer a fishtail banner, do a fishtail in the pink and a fishtail in the book paper, and have like a double banner with one heart. Oh, yes, okay, good job. Teamwork, let's do it. Yes. I don't know how wide I want this banner, so I'm just gonna kind of do that, because I think if once I layer them, that will be good. Yeah, if I do like 2 fishtail banners, they're inked and stamped and layered. This needs to be skinnier. That is true. They could resemble Brad's. Let me see how this looks, and I might backtrack, but let's see what happens. Let me do my fishtail banner. Boop. I probably should check the words on this first, but I don't think you're going to be seeing enough of it to really be able to read once I layer the other one on top. Okay, we're good. One, two. Okay. Let's see. Once they're inked, and then if I do like a die cut heart out of the blue, and just ink them and see. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this down though, because I do know it is gonna be on the side. Although, if the design element is over here, should I actually probably move this to this side and have these on over here? Will that be more visually balanced once you open it? Because it's like embellishment cluster, embellishment cluster. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch sides. There we go. I need to drink some more tea. Put it in the center and call it good. I like the way you think. I don't know if I'll have enough room to do, like I do want to have some kind of detail though. You know what? Here's an idea. If I could definitely have this center and wrap twine around both sides, I think the twine would pull in the texture of the burlap. You're right. I think I'll have to pull this blue piece off, but I think if I just wrap twine around the edges, that should be enough. And it'll pull in the texture of this card. Let me get some twine and just see, because you might be onto something. Where is my twine? Oh, there should be some in here. I just want the plain twine. Here we go. You're helping me though. You're helping me. I think this is a thing. I really like this idea because it was bothering me that this burlap was kind of an element all its own. And I was trying to tell myself that the craft paper was close enough. But I think I will be happier having twine in here because it will bring that in. I think I'll want a couple though. Yeah, if I just do, yeah, 2 on each side. I'm gonna do that. I'm committing and I'm moving this to the middle. I like that idea, thank you. This is why I need you guys on live. Because when I'm doing my normal videos, I can sit there for an hour not doing anything and being indecisive, and it doesn't matter, because you guys will never know. I'll just crop that out of the video. But on live, I'm a little bit, if I'm indecisive, it's a problem, because you have to suffer with me. This tape isn't coming off. The backing's not coming off the tape. Okay, there we go. I like that idea a lot better, though, and it fixed something in my brain that I was having a problem with this card that I just didn't want to say out loud. So thank you. All right, center. All right, now let's try to pull this up, which should be okay because this is actually nice paper. It's not the cheap book paper that tore before. And if it does tear, I have more of it. I think we'll be okay though. Come on. This is always so painful to watch when I watch other people, so I'm sorry. This is a detail I will need though. Now that we've figured it out, I'm like, yes, that's what needs to happen. All right. Okay, yes, yes. Yes, thank you so much. All right. Gotta figure out how to do this. I think I just need to get 2 more and just wrap them around and glue them will be the best solution. So, convenient enough, I already have glue back here. I kind of want to crisscross them so they just aren't going straight down. Yeah, that's not enough. It can't be saggy on the front. That's not gonna work. There we go. Twine has saved my design on many an occasion. Okay, let's do this again. There we go. Yay! I like it. And I think this twine in particular is thin enough where it's not going to be like, it's not going to feel super bulky from the outside. I'm just going to fully encase it in the tape so that it's not going to come loose or fall out or anything. I'm just going to add an extra piece since I've already pulled this tape up once. I think we're done after this on this one. Then we only got 1 more card to make. All right. Oh my gosh, I almost did it upside down. I would have cried if I had to re-pull it back up again. Okay. Look at it. Yep. Good job. Good teamwork. Okay. So now I think I'm done with this paper pad. Yes, I would have been really sad if I missed that. Okay, I liked this paper pad, but I do think I want to move on to the Heidi Swap pad for the last card. So this pad is just way too pumpkin themed for a generic card. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Let's see. Here's the good vibes if I want good vibes, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm not going to put words on it. And like, I really want to use the cameras because they're cute, but again, I don't know how relevant that is on a card you would give to somebody. Thank you. I agree. I'm glad you guys suggested to just center it because I still don't know how well that banner idea would have worked out, even though I liked the idea of it. Here's sentiments, which still are not relevant on cards. Yeah, I don't think the cut aparts are going to help me in this paper pad either. But I love a lot of the paper in this paper pad. Speaking of, I love this one. But this might be too much white space for the size card that we have. Smile, it's your birthday. That reminds me of Chit. Have you guys seen Chit? He's on TikTok. So if you're not on TikTok, you might not know who Chit is. He's a character, this actor, comedian, made a whole, like, it's hard to explain. If you know what Do It Lady is, though, you'll get it. That's what that reminded me of. That was probably your intention. Do It Lady. When Marcus comes back out, I'll say that to him and you'll get his reaction because it cracks him up every single time. I like this one too. It's a lot. That's a lot though. That's a lot. I'm gonna have a more chill paper on top. Do I want to use the rainbow marble or the splatter? Because I'm definitely thinking I want this to be my like Pachow pattern, and then I'll find coordinating chill patterns to use with it. I really like this leopard print too. But I keep looking at these papers as if I'm in a scrapbook with them and not in the context of making a card with them. I do like this one, but again, there's too much white space for the size card that I have going on. I don't know if I have really good coordinating paper though. I don't want to use the white and black because I'm just not feeling the white on the craft because I'm already using the cream book paper. I could use this one, but it's not, I don't know if that's chill enough to use. Maybe I need to get a different paper pad. Which one do you want to use on your scrapbook? I would prefer probably to use this marbly one, but also I haven't been scrapbooking, so I don't know if I should just use it for the card so I could actually use it on something. And also if I'm wanting to, well, there is enough of this to use on the inside and the outside, but this half is kind of bland. So if I wanted this colorway to be on both the outside and the inside of the card, this probably wouldn't be enough, is my thought process. But I'm kind of struggling if I even want to use this paper pad because I am realizing I thought I had more companion papers and I kind of don't. So I'm wondering if I should pull out a different paper pad altogether. I might see what I have because there's not enough calming papers that aren't gray, black, and white, unfortunately. So let me just see what else I have. I do have this one on my other desk. I love this one, but I don't know if it would be, it's very cactus heavy and desert heavy and like good for travel. I don't know how good, I mean, I think I could use, I think there is enough plain ones to make a card, but still I don't know in the context of a card how well this is going to work. But there is like this green floral. I think that's what everyone is hoping, Cindy. They're like, yes, we see you making cards. That's lovely. Good job. Now actually scrapbook. Oh yeah. I could do a card with this because there's enough I mean, this is really pretty and even the back side is kind of chill. They're all plants though, so I don't know what my focal point. I don't feel like this really makes sense to be the front of a card. And I just want something to be a clear focal point because we had to make focal points on the last two cards and that's too much work for my brain right now. I just want something that's a clear focal point that I can just layer and be done. And that's not going to happen with this one either, I don't think. Attitude is everything. That's great, but I don't think someone would want to receive a card that says that. It's like you have a bad attitude or something. There is a cute little journal spot though. Gosh darn. This green would look good on this craft. Oh no. I'm talking myself into this paper pad. I don't want to use it. I don't want to. What would my focal point be? Brain. What would it be if we did this? gonna end up caving. I just want to find a paper pad that's gonna do the work for me, I think, because this is not happening. This is like the only cut apart sheet, and this is like not the vibe. I don't want to have to think of something. I could have this matted on green as the front, but I still feel like that's too plain of a front of a card to just have like a succulent print. And it's white based. And that's gonna clash with my cream. Because I don't really have Chamel's skill to mix the white and cream, even though I've been doing it. I don't like to do it. Let me just check another paper pad just to see. I really was confident that the 3 paper pads I brought out would be the ones I could use and be happy with, but that's not happening. What else do I have? Well, I have this. That's very white, though. I feel like I need a cream base, or I'm just gonna go crazy. Oh, I have this one. This is cream based with florally things that could be focal points. Let's see. Stomach keeps grumbling. I already ate. Oh. Oh, this is when I got that My Mind's Eye box. I think this was a mystery box or something. I have one 12 by 12, and that's way too large of a scale for this card. You're good, Cindy. I'm figuring my life out, so you have some time, because I don't like this either. All right. Back to the drawing board. I might end up just saving this card for another live, because this is the last card I have to do, so maybe I'll call it a night because we got those 2 done, and then I'll figure out what pad I want, and then maybe tomorrow I'll hop on live and do the final card. I think that's what's going to happen, because I don't want you to have to sit and wait for me to figure out what I want to use for it. So we might do that. I'm going to run through the cards I've made so far, though, so you guys can see where I'm at. Let me kind of move this stuff back. Okay, so we have 1 card left to do, but so far, in the order that I have made them, let me put them in order. That one, that one. I'm so proud of us. Okay, so far she's got this one. Kind of like an anything card, but I do think it'd be a really good sympathy card with the sweet little deer. But this is an anything card. Spread your wings and fly. I thought this would be a really good like graduation card. So happy together. I thought maybe anniversary or something. A little baby shower card. This is still my favorite probably. It's the little safety pins. I don't know. I love this little collection too. So cute. thank you card, a Valentine's card, and then these are the ones we made today. We made 3 out of the 4 that I needed. I am pleased with the doily. I don't know why I was second guessing myself so much on it. But this is an anything card, pretty much. You can use that for anything. This one is just fly, so probably another type of like graduation card. But I feel like you could use that, same as the other one, for like if someone got a new job or they're moving, you know, to start their new life, or I don't know, something, you know. I could think both of those could be for something like that. And then this one, another anything card. Adorable. Thank you guys so much. This was fun. I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna rest my little voice now because I haven't talked so much and I don't even know when. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and hopefully maybe I'll be back tomorrow to finish the last one if I can like figure my life out a little bit. So good night, Cindy. I'm sorry I'll probably be gone before you get back, but I appreciate you guys and I love you, and I have to figure out how to stop this thing again. There we go.